My name is Kirsten, and I have a new reading for you guys. Sorry I've been away for so long. I was going through a lot of life changes, home renovations, and then suddenly, unexpectedly, I lost a family member. So, been through it, you know. But let's keep going. This is a political reading on the newly elected George Santos, and also a look into what the Trump NFTs were really about. Before we get started, make sure to take time out to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you to everyone who has already subscribed, and to all my Patreons. Thank you for your support. Shout out to everyone, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas and that this new year is going to be perfect for you. So let's get started with the reading. We'll start with George Santos. And I'm using I don't have my book in front, the box in front of me, but I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot today, along with the Lavera Sibylla and some Sibylla Indivina. So the questions I posed to the cards regarding George Santos, who's over here, and this is Trump's NFT situation over here. Good morning, Catherine Guy. Um, my question to the cards were, will there be any political repercussions? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Pam. Will there be any political or legal repercussions to George Santos around his falsity of identifying who he was in the election, and around the money that he received for his campaign through his own personal loans, and around an open case of check fraud? Um, you'll have to forgive me. I really have detached quite a bit from delving too much into these people's energy. So I'm just asking point of view of someone who knows nothing about them, and or just general information, and I'm not going any deeper than that because this guy's energy is icky, okay? George Santos. What has he done in the past? Did he falsify himself? And this first card confirms that he did. As the high priestess, he was hiding something. He was hiding his identity, his true identity, hiding his truth. And his truth is even still a mystery. Good morning, Phyllis. This card predicts that puzzling mysteries around Santos's identity will become even clearer. So there's more mysteries to uncover. There's more to be revealed. His life is destined to change in a significant way once those mysteries are revealed. Even while he admits to some of the truths or some of the lies, at the same time, while he's admitting that he lied to some things, he's creating more lies on top of lies. The guy is a born liar. He lies whenever he senses rejection coming. He lies whenever he feels others are onto him. He creates the lies he senses they want to hear. And I clarified that with the Dilaranti. See how they're glassy-eyed? This is someone who doesn't make sense, who's very confused mentally, a mentally ill person. This is how the cards are identifying George Santos. It specifically says that he's pathological. He has a devious mind. He may even be criminally insane. And this is what the GOP has to offer us. This card says he not only lies constantly, but he believes his own lies to the point where he can sway others to believe them as well. And this character flaw will be the ultimate cause of his downfall. There is also the possibility, based on this card, that there may be a drug addiction somewhere in his affecting him. He might be addicted to drugs or some sort of substance. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. It says that he purposely swayed people with his warped conception of himself. He is guilty of having a massive ego and delusions of grandeur, basically a mini Trump in the making. Testing out the waters. Can I get away with it like he did? It's foretelling that his political situation and legal situation is about to get worse. His life will fall apart. By the way, guys, I laid these cards yesterday around 12 noon. And due to people coming in to the home, I was not able to post the reading. So some of this may have already taken place because I did get a card of things happening within the next 48 hours. And that was yesterday at 12. So some of this stuff may have already happened. His political and his legal situation is going to get worse. His life is going to fall apart, the cards are saying. And this man's character flaws prove to everyone he's unfit for office. So my main question to the cards, well, let's go over to the next question, and then we'll come back to the conclusion of whether or not he's going to lose his congressional seat as a result of his falsity. The next question I posed to the cards is represented by the, thank you for everyone for the thumbs up. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. I reached out to YouTube again to find out why my channel is stalled and has not grown in 3.5 years. And I got the runaround again. You know, there's no accountability on their part or even a desire to investigate the situation. So, guys, I need you to hit that like button. I need you to share the videos, and period. That's simple as that in order for the channel to grow. Thank you. All right, Hermit Reverse. The question I posed to the cards around George Santos here is he guilty of the falsity around the money that he loaned to his campaign? Now, the Hermit is a card of deep reflection and a card of investigation. And something is hidden, something's buried or covered up. When it's reversed, that which is hidden, buried, or covered up is going to come to light through an investigation, through a deep review or evaluation. So he's already in investigation, and that was my big bombshell yesterday. It's too late now. It's already in the news that he's already being investigated, right? And this investigation is going to dig up his skeletons in his closet. It's going to dig up his secrets, right? And he's scared shitless about that. This card is saying that George Santos wanted to be in the game. He wanted to be a big player. There is a connection to another party involved in his scheme, a binding tie connection to someone. This could be a woman. Specifically, this card represents a married woman, a wife, a mother, someone who's loyal, or someone with even, I'm getting like a foreign feeling from this hat here. With foreign connection, someone who's foreign and foreign born, or possibly a Gemini, okay? We'll see. It says that he wanted to be in the game. This is the past, right? This is the past. He wanted to be a big player. And a binding tie connection with someone was made. He is afraid of that connection being found out, being made known. Scared shitless. He made, like past tense, he made an effort to distance himself or to cover his tracks. And that is what's going to be uncovered or traced. Both parties in the connection, I don't know if it's an individual or a group, but both parties involved, George and whoever his ties are, they want to remain connected, but they don't want the connection found out. Okay? So there's a lot of fear. He's freaked out that they're going to figure it out or they're going to trace it back. Now, I clarified this with Donna Maritata and the Denari card. Donna Maritata indicates a hidden investor or a financial partnership. So that's what he's scared of someone finding out. And this card specifically in Sibylla, face cards, even though is this a face card? Yeah, face cards represent the gender. So there's this strong indication of a woman, a married woman, wife or mother, connected to the money, or a rich person who wanted George to grow and to flourish in his political career, provided him with the support for this. So there's some kind of family ties to this woman, or foreign ties to the money that was funded, right? You can trace it back to those ties. This money was passed down to him to ensure a binding future connection. And the past history will come back into play a part in the future in this investigation. And I believe these details will be coming to light very soon, very, very soon. Maybe even as soon as the next, between now and the next 2 days. Is he guilty of check fraud? This open case having something to do with the mother and a man from the past that she worked for, I think, and him getting a hold of a checkbook and writing checks, and the case is still open. That's all I know about it. Is he guilty of that? And we got the levers. I believe that this is a yes. He wasn't alone in it, however, in his actions or in the decision. It was made with another, possibly this married woman, wife, mother, or foreign connection. The decision was the easiest way to achieve instant gratification, his wanting to be a player, to be in the game. So the decision to write these checks, or maybe this is connected to the funding to his campaign, the checks itself. The decision was the easiest way for instant gratification, but now it will present him with a huge dilemma in the future. Maybe that dilemma is whether or not to remain loyal to the other party involved or parties involved. Pianciero, reverse. Upright, he's a genius. Reverse, he's a criminal genius. A criminal mind at work is George Santos. So this was a plan and a plot to steal the money. He is definitely guilty of it. This card confirms it. There was malice aforethought. I'm getting that George Santos is severely disturbed mentally. And he uses his keen intelligence towards evil ends. He's made a grave mistake, however, in his calculations. And it's connected or will be linked back to the money he awarded or loaned himself in his campaign. There is some regret and remorse for his actions. There is no regret or remorse for his actions. He lacks a sense of consciousness, of care. Wow. He's perfect for the GOP. For entertainment purposes only, guys, my cards are blunt, okay? This is not me. This is my cards talking to you. It says this guy would scheme and cheat and kill his own mother to get what he wants. For entertainment purposes only, if that entertains you. Jeez Louise. Legally, what's going to happen to this guy? We got the King of Swords, King of Swords, the Sick Man reverse, Amuleto, and the House, Casa. So I feel that there will be a sword of justice. Thank you, Pam. Thank you for the Cash App. That's awesome. Thank you, dear. I feel that he will face a sword of justice. There is an investigation. We know that for sure. At the time when I wrote this, I said there will be an investigation. And the sword of justice is going to remove him from his seat. Okay? And for some reason, I'm also picking up a doctor energy, and I feel like he will be diagnosed pathological, or maybe he already was. Maybe that will come to light. I'm also seeing a judge or a justice declaring him unfit. The sick man reverse talks about a situation coming to an abrupt halt, and the road will be closed, and this will be a blessing in disguise. And what I'm picking up from that, what I interpret that to mean is that I think he's going to actually sit in Congress for a while. He will take his seat. He will swear the oath. He will sit as a congressman for a while, but will abruptly end. I don't think he's going to step down or resign. And maybe that is the dilemma. Maybe that's a dilemma that he's questioning whether or not, or they're questioning him to do. But I think he's very stubborn, and like I said, he believes his own lies. So he's already convinced himself he's done nothing wrong, nothing short of what the Democrats would do, right? But I see his work being interrupted once new developments unfold, and they may be unfolding as shortly as the next 48 hours. The cards say that George Santos is destined to suffer consequences for his miscalculation. I see him taking a leave, or his work is interrupted and going to a place for rehabilitation. I don't know if that's a mental hospital or if it's a prison. When it's reversed, it could be either or. Next to this sick man, it still could be either or. So I don't know. I don't know about George Santos. Wow. That'll be a blessing in disguise for him to be get his seat removed, because we'll be dodging a big bad bullet there with a mentality like that. All right, next let's read Trump's NFTs. There was a interview with Michael Cohen and I think it was Katie Fang on MSNBC. She was in the seat, instead of Ari that day. And Michael Cohen was talking about these NFTs, right, going off about it. And he let it slip, and I think so on purpose, that this was probably a scam to launder money. And Katie Fang didn't take the bait. She didn't ask any follow-up questions or anything. And so I made it a point to ask the cards, is this a money laundering scam? Because it's like it was so out of the blue, unexpected, weird, creepy, even for Donald Trump. So let's see. My question to the cards was, the first question out was, how were the NFTs presented? Okay, and I don't know if I really got the right answer, but I got the King of Cups reversed and the City House. City house can represent territories, it can represent cities, it can represent states, it can represent borders. Here, I'm picking up New York, right? Or the White House, anything like that. Someone's home. So it's a place, depending on the context of the question. So how were the NFTs presented? And we got the King of Cups reversed. So all I'm getting is that Trump is upset, very upset about the reaction that his NFTs received, and he's confused about it. Either he's confused or we're confused. There's a lot of confusion for everyone. It didn't make any sense. And this is a card of manipulation, emotional manipulation, and blackmail is tied to the move, tied to this whole operation, this whole scheme. There's emotional manipulation and blackmail attached to it. The city house, maybe this was an intention at the back of his mind. At the back of his mind, this could be a destination or goal. He desires to visit a distant place. And to move, or to move money according to the trend and demand. Okay? This is about moving money according to the trend and the demand. At the back of his mind, he wanted to move or move money according to the trend and the demand. There's also desire to visit a distant place in this card. So, wow, guys. Okay. What was his true intention for the NFTs? Who or what was involved? His true intentions, who or what was involved? Eight of Cups is true intentions. It was manipulation to get money for the purpose of an escape. For the purpose of washing money or making a transition. The cards are saying it all over the place. All the cards are saying the same thing. He doesn't really want to run for office again. He wants to get out of Dodge. He's disappointed that he didn't get more money out of the whole NFT scam. I mean, maybe he could have made more. Wow. And he's disappointed that he has to walk away from everything he's built up. He's disappointed that others found it shameful and distanced themselves from him around the NFT scheme. I'll say scheme for now. And I'm talking about like Bannon when he was saying, make it stop, make it stop. So Trump has vowed that anyone who distanced themselves or acted like Trump was over as a result of this, he's vowed revenge on them one day. So that's his mentality. This guy never stops. The letter reverse represents desire for payback or revenge. It can also represent a move away from the work. Guys, another card is reinforcing he wants to flee. There's a need for the money. And also, I feel blackmail attached to it. Like, I feel like it's his job to move the money. You understand? It's his job. He has to move money. And it's a blackmail attached to it. And he has to do it. It doesn't mean he doesn't like doing it. The man's crooked from the toe up to the top of the head. But that's what I get, okay? That's what I interpret the cards to mean. It says his plans will backfire. This could also represent a passport. Could represent down low, money exchanges on the down low can represent some sort of card fraud. There's a trail to be followed, but the trail is complicated. The trail is complicated. We got the Temperance and we got the Hangman here, and we got the Grifter card. And we got the Grifter card between them. So who or what was involved? Okay, who or what was involved in this scheme to not only obtain money for the purpose of fleeing or moving to a distant place, but to wash money? Who or what's involved? Could be a Sagittarius, could be a fire sign energy, could be a woman. This is also my Lindsey Graham card. He might be connected. Could be foreign ties and connections. The Three of Wands in most decks has a ship in it. So it's a card that represents foreign places or long distance travel. So once again, another confirmation. So who or what's involved? Could be a Sag, could be a fire sign, could be foreign ties or connections. It was definitely a manipulation, a solution, a plan to get more money for the purpose of escape, washing and laundering money with these foreign ties. It seems like not much is going on with the DOJ about it in terms of investigating this. There's like crickets. I mean, I haven't heard much. Even Trump feels like they're taking a long time to do what he expected them to do by now. And in regards to, and that's probably talking about everything else, in regards to the NFT, this was a solution to a matter of funneling money for the foreign ties and links. And this may be connected back to Trump through a blackmail. Maybe a blonde woman is involved. This is a false enemy or friend. Could be a woman. It could be Lindsey Graham involved in a grift. This is someone who uses flattery and insincerity to get what they want. Highly opportunistic energy that always takes advantage of those easily seduced and gullible. So back to the original question, because we get off on tangents in my readings, is that it's about just making money off his gullible followers, groupies and followers. It was for Trump's own self-interest and also to feed and to nourish his foreign ties. So there's the secret. So I don't believe it was Trump's plan, however. I think it's the plan of the foreign ties. Or maybe this woman. I'm going to say the foreign ties. I'm feeling more stronger on that end. It was a plan to wash money and to get money and to take advantage of Trump's candidacy, his announcement of his candidacy, right? For the purpose of gathering information and trade manipulations. This is like a deep scheme. And it involved like cryptocurrency and stuff, right? This is a deep scheme. This is planned by foreign entities to gather information for trading manipulations. Trump is open to it as it's a way to make money and to scam for himself and to handle his business delicately under the noses of, he can't do business in New York anymore. His business he can't do business anymore. Trump organization is right, defunct. So this is a way for him to handle his business delicately right under New York's noses. And I also pick up that Trump is planning a fearless move. I don't know what that means. That has nuance. Whoever this blonde woman represents, it represents, or it could represent what someone is doing, right? In connection to this Three of Wands. There's a plan to leave and to cut off, to separate from Trump soon. This could also be Trump's wife, Melania. Does she have blonde hair? She doesn't have blonde hair. But she's definitely described as a grifter, a gold digger. This is a gold digger. So whoever this woman is, it represents them planning to leave. It could be Lindsey Graham too, because I read in layers, so I don't know who I'm talking about right now. Whoever this blonde woman is representing, they're planning to leave and cut off or separate from Trump soon. They've been wanting to do this for a while, but have been making excuses. They have a need for money. There may be blackmail involved, and they regret their part in the involvement. And all of this may be tied up somehow in the NFT scheme because it came out in the cards. But I'm not really seeing the correlation. You make sense of it as you will, okay? My last question is, will Jack Smith or the DOJ make discovery of this NFT scam and take any action towards Trump about it? This is just about NFTs, right? And I got the Nine of Cups clarified by the pensioner, the rich man, and the weakness card. Will they take any action? Hangman, ultimate outcome for Trump, the strength card. Okay. Will Jack Smith or the DOJ, whoever the legal powers that be are, discover this NFT scam? Yes. The answer is yes. Nine of Cups is a big yes, right? But they're very surprised by his brazenness, that he did it. They've got a lot on him already, so much so that they'll get to this scam in time. Like, I think it's going to take a long time. Both of these cards take a long time. So they've got so much on him already. They'll get to this scam in time. The King of Hearts represents, or the pensiero represents a, represents a rich, psychic, sensitive, manipulative male or businessman. It says he's sick and greedy and playing games. That's what they think. DOJ, Jack Smith, they think that Trump is sick, he's greedy, he's playing games. Maybe they think the case is too weak right now, will take time to develop. And that's because it's complicated. There's a pause or a delay in taking action. The flow of it all. The cryptocurrency part of it, I think, is very complicated. There's a lot of knot and ties to it, to untie and to work out. Clarified by party pastime, so we can stay encouraged that it will happen later, right? Maybe we'll hear about it later, amongst everything else. I mean, I kind of like the cards are telling me to stay encouraged. Please. I'll be happy if he flees and gets the hell out of the country and never comes back. At this point, so we can stay encouraged that there will be a look into it later. Trump can celebrate for now because the DOJ and Jack Smith have bigger fishes to fry with him. So Trump has the strength card as his ultimate outcome in regards to this NFT situation. And I wasn't sure how to really interpret this as an outcome, because this is a card of overcoming challenges. And like I said, I guess he does dodge a bullet for now. But I'm taking this more as spiritual advice for Trump, right? spiritual advice from the female consultant or psychic reader that you can, advice you can take and should take, right? This is my advice to you, Trump, but you're not listening. That Spirit wants you to curb the desire to try this scam again, because you will try it again. But you're advised not to. Yeah. Is there anything else? I think there's something else I wanted to tell you. Yeah, the final card that I got, I asked the one final card to, was it this one? To clarify if this was a scam. Once again, we got plots and schemes. You see the plot in the card. So it's definitely a plot and scheme. Trump is facing financial collapse. This is part of the agenda for it. There's a financial collapse he's fearful of. He's afraid of the most unsuccessful ending. He's making life-changing decisions to break away from something or someone. And moving away from the situation. I feel Trump is definitely planning to move a great distance to a foreign country abroad. And that's where his head is at. So we shall see, guys. If you have some specific questions you'd like me to address regarding this whole Trump saga, please feel free to leave suggestions, because I it's hard to come up with questions sometimes, especially when I'm so disgusted and don't even want to deal with these energies. So I need your help to please provide me with some good questions to ask the cards coming up, and I'll definitely get some more videos out for you. God bless you all. Happy New Year. Thank you.